Imagine this scene. Donald Trump, the former US president, transforms from a controversial figure into a direct cause of an unprecedented political crisis threatening the Republican Party in the 2026 midterm elections. His repeated threats to annex Canada, impose massive tariffs on its products, and even block a critical international bridge are no longer mere words. Every action, every statement has become a political burden directly impacting Republican representatives in border states. From Michigan to Montana, from New York to Washington, Republican lawmakers are watching their re-election chances crumble as Canadian backlash hits border economies directly. Michigan, the epicenter of the crisis, where Detroit and Windsor form a single economic unit, sees billions of dollars in trade flow across its border every year. Here, Trump's threats are not abstract. They strike directly at the livelihoods of thousands of workers and the profits of hundreds of small businesses. Three House seats and one open Senate seat are now at stake, and Democrats are exploiting every statement to tie Republican lawmakers directly to Trump's aggressive policies toward Canada. The numbers are staggering. Cross-border traffic from Canada to Michigan has dropped by 35% since Trump's aggressive rhetoric began. This decline means nearly empty shopping streets, collapsing revenues, and some stores already closed. Local chambers of commerce, usually cautious politically, have publicly warned that the situation is unsustainable, and the damage goes beyond partisan lines, affecting all residents, from workers to business owners to local tourists. Democrats have skillfully turned this crisis into a potent electoral weapon. They have linked representatives like Bill Huizenga and Tom Barrett directly to the economic harm caused by Trump's rhetoric. Their message is simple but devastating. A vote for a Republican means supporting store closures, job losses, and economic collapse. This is a nearly impossible message for any Republican incumbent to counter, especially when the economic pain is visible and ongoing. But the crisis doesn't stop in Michigan. From New York to Washington and from Vermont to North Dakota and Minnesota, malls and retail centers that relied heavily on Canadian shoppers are reporting revenue declines as high as 80% in some cases. Businesses dependent on the summer tourist season see their entire revenue window vanish. Local tourism boards are publicly flagging the situation as an escalating economic crisis. Even within the Republican Party, cracks are appearing. Some GOP senators have publicly opposed Trump's aggressive policies, not out of affection for Canada, but out of fear for their constituents' economic interests. These politicians understand that continued alignment with Trump's anti-Canada rhetoric could cost them the elections. The story is bigger than Trump or Canada. It's a test of American politics itself. Does confrontational populism and aggressive rhetoric still win votes, or will voters in economically sensitive regions choose cooperation, trade, and stability? The upcoming elections could mark a turning point, forcing Republicans to rethink the value of trade alliances and diplomacy. If Trump's aggressive policies continue, the 2026 midterms could become the beginning of a complete political reshaping in the U.S. Republicans will have to reassess their strategies, while Democrats now hold both the economic and moral high ground. Control of Congress could be handed to Democrats through Trump's hostile stance on Canada, leaving Republicans to pay the price for actions they did not choose, delivering a harsh lesson in managing power, economy, and politics at the heart of America. This story is not just about elections. It is a real test. Will America continue on a path of confrontation, or will it choose cooperation, trade, and economic stability with its neighbors? Voters in border states will send a clear message at the ballot box, one that could reshape American politics for decades to come.